Oh,
Hey,
it's not.
y'all. Good
There's anybody.
afternoon. We are finally live.
It's not showing on mine.
It's not showing on yours.
No. Oh, there it goes. There it
Okay.
goes.
Oh, good. Sometimes it's just like a lag. You know what I mean? It just takes a minute. So, good deal. Okay. We should be
Oh,
live on both taboo topics and spooky history with Megs. So, you can catch us either on either one of those. And I did put spooky history with Meg's channel in my chat if you wanted to go over there to their live stream. So, but today we are going to be talking about Charlie Kirk. And I think we are going to start with um, some things that Megs wanted to say. Spooky Megs.
all right. Let's see if anybody's here. Okay, everybody's here. Okay, I
Oh
can
yeah,
see
we got some
that.
we got
Okay,
some peeps here. Hey y'all,
I'm making
Tammy,
sure.
Wolf, everybody.
I
Glad
need
y'all are here.
all the mods to be on their A game because I can't watch my chat and her chat at the same time. So on
Oh
YouTube.
yeah, and we've got some good mods. I know and Wolf and everybody, they're good at watching both. So
Okay, let's see. Great. Ooh, make sure everybody's here. Is Wolf here? I'll make sure
yes,
Wolf's
Wolf.
here.
Um,
Oh, there he
he is
is.
here.
Okay.
Yes, he's
Making
here.
sure, making sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching both. And Shay, hey Shay, hey Tammy, everybody's here. Tiffany,
All right, Wolf's here. Okay. How is he doing that at the same time? This is confusing.
he can.
This is
Wolf is
crazy.
good. I've modded dual streams before, and it can be done. He's good at it.
Okay, awesome.
So,
All right.
yeah, I'll let you. I know you had some
So we're
thoughts you
gonna
wanted to.
yeah, we're gonna open in prayer. This is gonna be hard.
I
Father
know.
God, please place your hands on the U.S., Charlie Kirk's family, all the employees at Turning Point USA, um, his wife and children, and this stream, as it can go either way, right or left. We are doing this in good faith, and just place your hands on those that are grieving and mourning the loss of Charlie Kirk, those that were close to him. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful.
All right.
Um,
Thank you, Miss Tammy. I think you're one of my mods too. So either one you can do, that'd be great. Oh snap! I don't have his new channel as one of my mods. Hold on, freeze.
oh,
1 second.
okay. Yeah. Oh, no,
Hold
go ahead.
on,
You need to.
Wolf.
He's
Let
he's
me add you
gonna
as a moderator. I'm
add
sorry.
you.
I don't have this new
Yeah,
channel as a mod. I have
that's
the other
true.
one.
Right, because we didn't even think about that because you hadn't been live
Standard
since you
moderator.
changed.
I want to make him the one of my top ones. Hold
Right.
on.
Right.
And change
Definitely.
chat modes and live, and also had that's the managing moderator. That's what I want him
Yes.
as. There we go.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Show me if you're blue. Just type hello or something. I want to make sure you're
Right.
blue.
It should. If you clicked it, it should be all good on his next. We
I
think
was
he
like,
said.
why is he gray? He's one of my mods. What is going on? Why is he gray?
Right. I didn't even think about new channel. I totally didn't think about that.
Good. All right, got it. Perfect. Awesome.
All
Okay.
right. So from here, I think I know you had some thoughts that you had on to start with Charlie Kirk. Did you want to go there first,
Yeah, we can do that.
and then I'll
Um,
read mine after yours.
all right. So my thoughts on the Charlie Kirk case. I wrote this down just deep in thought while researching and putting this together. and so on and so forth. So, as we sit here today, whether we're in the chat or on panel, for over a week, I have had the worst anxiety. When, one moment.
Okay. Take your time. It's been a hard week, y'all. It really has. This has been tough on Megs, on all of us. I think the whole country. Let's
Okay, let
give
me
her a
get,
minute.
yeah, it's,
I think this is how you're feeling right now sums up how a lot of us are feeling.
there you go, Miss Tammy. I'm glad I am a bubble because I'm an ugly crier.
No, you're not. You're beautiful no matter what.
All right. I've had the worst anxiety when going out in public. Something in my spirit hasn't been right since that tragic day, and something still doesn't sit right with me. Expressing the anger, the sadness, the grief, and the major loss in this nation has made me a little bitter at the country as a whole. Hearing, not seeing, but hearing of people celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk has made me sick to my stomach at the way some people took to his death. Words can't even describe the fact that I am so unwell with all of this, and not knowing a stranger is beyond me. But I felt it. I saw it and I heard it for a week and over a week straight. When I heard the news, I was hoping it was just a hoax, as they do on every famous person or activist. I saw the video by accident when I was just looking for a news outlet. I met people in passing that had children there, minors, that saw it. Nobody deserves to see something like that, and nobody deserves to be gunned down for having an opinion and respectful debate. I've watched news outlets, updates, and lies on this man, even in death. Has your mama ever told you that if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it? Or are parents not raising their kids these days? I am honored to be working with Megs on this live here. And just a quick disclaimer, these points that are being discussed in this live is lined with facts and what critics said. I want to point out that I am praying for Charlie Kirk's family and friends, and the staff of TPUSA, and the people who had to witness a brutal killing. Those of you that laughed and mocked his death should all be ashamed. Your parents should be ashamed, and you deserve the consequences for your actions. This live is for not only in memoriam of Charlie Kirk, but to give you context on how he inspired millions of young people across not only the nation, but all over the world. And I say to this, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, a true gem and a true believer in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely beautiful. I echo everything that Megs has said. Just like her, I've been struggling to explain why Charlie Kirk's death has hit me so hard. It's not just that he's gone. It's the loss of a voice that, whether you agreed with him or not, was bold, fearless, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. To me, Charlie represented conviction in a world that often feels uncertain. His death feels like a gut punch because it's not just about the person, it's about the silence that follows. And that silence is louder than I've ever expected. So, just like Meg's, my prayers go out to Turning Point, everyone there, Charlie's wife, kids, and family, and everyone who loved him, and for our entire country right now.
My prayers also go out to Mr. Officer Tatum, who I'm a huge fan of, and he's been doing wonderful. He's almost at his goal of raising $1 million for either TPUSA, or he is donating it to Miss Erika Kirk. He actually was about to, excuse me, geez. He was about to go on tour. Now I think is about a week, maybe 2 weeks. You can go to his channel and fact check me. Um, with Charlie Kirk, actually, side by side with them. So there's a lot of people that had a lot of plans with this man, and now they don't get to do that. Um,
That's right.
yeah, it stinks.
He was only 31 years old. And again, no one, no matter which side you support, should ever be killed over their views.
Thank you, Mama. She shared Officer Tatum's link. Mm. Did you leave the room? Oh, you muted. Okay. You're on mute if you're talking still.
Okay, yes,
Sorry.
leave it to me to hit the mute button when when I don't mean to. So, um,
We've had
um,
fun doing this together, though. I
yes,
really do think we
we
did.
have had fun doing it. We've worked on this all week, and I've learned so much, even just from Meg's. I've learned a lot with her sending me lots of information and different videos and things to watch on Charlie Kirk, and I'm grateful for that. So,
Yeah, just kind of get a perspective.
yeah, I mean, Megs has really, really worked hard on putting a lot of this together for us. She did a beautiful job. Um, I think we were gonna. Did you want me to play the tribute next, or did you want to go into like the facts and legacy that we have next? Totally up to you.
Um, oh, Mom shared another link to Black Conservative Perspective. He's a good one.
Oh, good. Okay, I can
Sure,
add that too.
sure. Yeah, go ahead. Hopefully, we don't
On
get
the
struck by lightning.
Yeah, we may need to pause on it, but other than that, um, you know, you
This
said it was only like a minute, right? So,
minute and 6 seconds. This was
okay.
posted on Donald Trump's Twitter, and it was also posted on the White House channel. If someone can
Yes.
put that in there. Candace Owens. Oh yeah, Candace Owens is besting out there. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna mute my
Okay,
mic so
here we
that
go.
way I
I
don't
have
talk
it.
over it.
Yeah. Like I said, I may, because with the deal with sharing videos is you do have to pause and talk a little bit, like, so you don't get strikes. So we may have to do that during this time.
America, is it possible to say, you know what, I don't like the way the country is going, and to do something about it? Take that risk, take that leap of faith, stay involved, trust God, and act obediently. Romans 12:2 verse, that God will use all things for good for those who love him. It's bigger than, I want you to remember that. It is bigger than you. It's bigger than me. You are here to make somebody else's life better, the pursuit of liberty and freedom. You know what gives me strength? The hundreds of thousands of you that say, Charlie, keep going.
1 Corinthians 5 and 15. So that's all pretty amazing evidence, not just intra-biblical evidence, but extra-biblical evidence that Jesus Christ was a real person. He lived a perfect life. He was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord and God alone.
Oh,
That was a little quicker than I thought, so I think we'll be okay. Worst case scenario, if I have to clip it out, I will. Hopefully not though.
me too, Amanda. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm having to keep up with everybody. So I
Yeah,
promise.
it's a lot harder than you think to when you're sharing stuff or you're really trying to follow everything that you want to do on a stream and keep up with the chat. It's a lot trickier than what you would think it would be. So if y'all just bear with us if you don't mind.
Shout out to Shay for sharing all the links. You go,
Oh,
girl.
thank you, Shay, so much. I really appreciate that. So Spooky Megs has put together for us some facts about Charlie Kirk and his legacy. Did you want to start with that, and you can either read it or we could take turns, however you want.
Um, I can do 5 and you do 5. You want to do that?
Sure, that sounds
Okay.
perfect.
Alrighty. So, y'all, I turned this document wide. It was in dark mode. So if you hear
Yes,
me tripping over my words, it's really light blue. So please forgive me.
it's okay.
I broke it before got we went live. I was trying to add a link.
Hey, that's all right. And we gave it a little more of a flair.
To give it some spice.
Yes.
Made it spicy. Shay says she wants double pay for mod duty today. As she is doing
Absolutely.
this while she's sick.
Double pay and a bonus, right?
Yeah, I'll pay you on, let's see, what month does it have? 31 days. I don't know. My brain hurts. My brain's been hurting since September. So my brain hurts. We're deducting your pay. Okay. That can be manageable. I'll make sure it doesn't have all the spicy stuff in it though, Mr. Wolf. All right. So we're birth and early life. Charles James Kirk was born on October 14th, 1993. I almost said 1933. Goodness gracious. In Arlington Heights, Illinois. He grew up in Prospect Heights, a suburb of Chicago, in a middle class family. His education, he attended Wheeling High School, where he was active in politics and even wrote for Breitbart News as a teenager. He briefly attended Harper College, but dropped out after one semester to pursue political activism full time. Funding Turning Point USA. In 2012, at just 18 years old, Kirk co founded Turning Point USA, in parentheses, they usually do TPUSA,
Right.
which became one of the most prominent conservative youth activist groups in the United States. The expansion of TPUSA, under his leadership, TPUSA expanded into affiliated organizations like Turning Point Action and Turning Point Faith, establishing a strong presence on college and even high school campuses. Media and public voice. He hosted The Charlie Kirk Show, a popular podcast and radio program, and was a frequent guest on Fox News and other conservative outlets. He became a highly visible voice for the MAGA movement. Your turn, 6
All right.
through 10.
Gotcha. Okay. And for his books, Charlie Kirk authored several books, including the MAGA Doctrine and the College Scam. His works often criticize higher education, diversity programs, and progressive cultural shifts. Now, about his personal life, he married the beautiful Erika. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce her last name correctly.
I don't remember what it said. I think it's Francie.
Francie, okay, a former Miss Arizona USA. And together they had 2 children, a daughter in August of 2022 and a son in May of 2024, both very precious. And then about them being conservatives, Charlie Kirk drew criticism for remarks downplaying or challenging the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., questioning aspects of the Civil Rights Act and rejecting concepts like systemic racism and white privilege. He also promoted false claims about the 2020 election and COVID 19 vaccines, which fueled backlash. Despite controversies, he became a central figure in shaping conservative youth activism with millions of followers across social media. His ability to mobilize young voters made him one of the most influential conservative organizers of his generation. On September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was fatally shot during an event at Utah Valley University. The accused gunman, Tyler Robinson, was charged with aggravated murder. His death sparked national debate about political violence, free speech, and the climate of division in American politics. And from
Hold
here,
on.
we're gonna
I got a cough.
oh, go ahead. From here, we're going to kind of go into a bit of a breakdown of his controversies with some facts behind it that Megs has so
Hold
kindly
on.
put together for us.
Shay is MAC. MacDonald. MAC. Sorry. It's MacDonald.
I'll trying to look check for another link.
She's sharing Tom McDonald's link. I thought it was spelled MC, but it's MAC.
Alrighty, awesome. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that. I just wanted to help. Don't come for my soul. Hey, she helps me sound out words, so
He's been awesome. All right. Let's
what'd
see
she
where.
say?
Let me
I
see. I'll check the
Oh,
chat.
she said I knew I spelled it wrong.
Oh, okay. I probably would have done the same thing. So
Yeah, I did it too. And I was like, and I saw Mac. I'm like, oh, MacDonald.
right, because you immediately want to spell it the other way. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So again, from here we're gonna go into some of the controversies that probably most know about with Charlie Kirk and some of the facts that go with it. If you
All
want
right,
to start or you want me to start, totally up to you.
okay, let's see. What happened? Kirk suggested the Civil Rights Act, while important, may have gone too far by expanding federal oh Lord. Oh, Lord forgive me. By expanding federal power into private businesses. The criticism, many said this downplayed the law's necessity in ending segregation and protecting Black Americans from discrimination. The Martin Luther King one. What happened? Kirk sometimes portrayed Martin Luther King Jr. as a conservative figure who supported quote unquote colorblind values. Criticism. Historians and civil rights leaders argued this was misleading and ignored King's strong advocacy for systematic change and economic justice. Um, White privilege and systemic racism. What happened? He regularly denied that systemic racism was a serious issue in modern America, and he mocked the idea of white privilege. Criticism. Opponents accused him of minimizing the lived experiences of minorities and using his platform to delete. You know what? Delegitimize. Okay, delegitimize. You know what? I guess it means delete. kind of
Yeah.
kind of delete racial,
Yes, I think so.
because
I
I
think that's
can't
what you're
say
trying
that
to say.
together. Just in movements like Black Lives Matter. Maybe that was a typo.
It could
Justing.
have been. That's okay though. But I think we know exactly what you were trying to say. So I mean, obviously, with this criticism came that, like with the movements with the Black Lives Matter. I gotcha.
You want to do
Yeah, you want me to read the next
four
one?
through? I think it's 4 through 8.
Sure. Okay.
4 through 8.
The next one is with higher education and the college scam, which is a pretty big one that you've probably heard about with Charlie Kirk. So basically, what happened in his book, The College Scam, in speeches, Charlie Kirk claimed universities were overpriced, ideologically left wing, and corrupt institutions that brainwashed young people. The criticism. While many agreed college costs are high, critics accused him of pushing fear rather than reform, and of ignoring the positive contributions of higher education. Our next one is with COVID-19 and the vaccines. And here's what happened. Charlie Kirk cast doubt on COVID-19 vaccines and pandemic safety measures, sometimes calling them government overreach. The criticism. Medical experts in this spread misinformation, possibly discouraging vaccination among his audience, especially young conservatives. And next would be the 2020 election claims. What happened? He promoted Donald Trump's false claims of widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election. The criticism. This drew heavy backlash, especially after January 6, 2021, when some believed rhetoric from Charlie Kirk and others fueled distrust in democracy. Gender and LGBTQ plus issues. What happened? Charlie Kirk opposed same sex marriage, transgender rights, policies, and gender affirming healthcare, often framing them as attacks on traditional values. The criticism. LGBTQ plus advocates said his messaging spread stigma and undermined civil rights progress. Immigration. What happened? He advocated for strict border policies and opposed amnesty for undocumented immigrants. The criticism. Detractors accused him of dehumanizing migrants and spreading fear about demographic change. So what we have now is I think we've picked out a few videos and clips that we wanted to show. Megs has found some incredible ones. That's where we're going to kind of go from here, that we're going to take a look at. Is there any
Morning, you might
specific?
cry, and I might cry
Yeah,
too. So we're all just be all messed up. We'll cry.
right. Any specific one you want to go to first, Megs? Because it'll take me.
Let's do.
I'm
Oh,
gonna X out the other one that we had. That way, when I pull it up, my computer won't decide to crash on us.
you need a new computer.
I do.
Everyone donate to Meg's
Yeah. Oh
computer fund.
boy.
Not this
Yeah.
Meg's, the other one. Because geez.
I'll get there. Don't worry.
Let's see. So there was like controversial things about gun rights. Um, there's a full clip of that. I'm not sure what do I want to do?
Because yeah, of course, a lot of these clips are pretty long, and of course, we can't show everybody all of each one. Though we may be able to show you like a little bit on a couple of the different controversies. And then we have some
Yeah.
beautiful more, I guess, like tribute type stuff, and like a video about how he met his gorgeous wife, which that one will definitely make you cry.
Because we over here making me cry
So,
putting this together.
I think we can, that and the one where he on the college. I think you might have that one in there. Let's see.
Let me see if it's this one. Would it be this
Yeah,
one?
it's right here. Charlie Kirk shreds the myth of the college scam. I think that's it.
Yep.
That
Let's
first,
do that one.
yeah,
Let's do that first one.
Yeah, like the first person that he talks to. We can just play that, and I'll get that pulled up for us. And I don't know if you want to check the chat or anything, and while I hopefully make my computer play this amazing video. And it's working, so far we're good.
Everybody's getting along, so that's good.
Oh, good. That's what we want.
The one named Christine. I can't say your last name. My Spanish or Italian is not connecting well. But hello, Christine.
Hey, Christine. Okay, here we go, y'all. So basically, as y'all probably know, with Charlie Kirk, he would go and set up at different universities and colleges and have these talks where you could come up and ask questions or try to debate him on some of the views and things like that. And on his Turning Point channels, Charlie Kirk channels, things like that, you can view a lot of these types of videos. We're going to have the links to every single video in the description if anybody would like to watch the full thing. So
and
we are
also,
going to have to pause and talk through this a little bit, definitely.
Also, if you're feeling a little sad, there'll be some added ones there too, because we probably won't get through all the links, but there might be some added ones that might make your heart happy if you're feeling sad.
Yeah, and if anybody has any questions about any of these videos, please feel free to ask. Okay, here we go. Maybe if it'll let me play it.
Be respectful, guys. You can do what he wants.
Oh, can I start now? Oh, nice to meet you, Charlie. I'm a big fan. I think you're a very beautiful man. I admire you physically, but no homo. I did have a question. Something I don't find very interesting about you, something I find kind of repulsive, is that I believe you said that the Civil Rights Act was bad and that we shouldn't have that.
Okay. Well,
thank you. I appreciate that. I don't like you as much as Charlie, though.
First of all, what's your name?
Sorry. I don't want to be like filmed and stuff.
Too late.
I'm anonymous, number one. Anonymous guy.
Okay. Well, hello. Nice to meet you, anonymous guy.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. I believe in part of the essence of the Civil Rights Act went way too far, way too wide.
Oh, how did it go too far?
Well, for example, it created an entire civil rights leviathan that gave us affirmative action.
Civil rights leviathan? What do you mean?
Yeah. So if you can let me finish three words in.
Sorry.
It allowed the Department of Justice to go after people that have different skin color, aka white people, and prevent them from getting jobs in college admissions.
You have a job.
I'm sorry?
You have a job.
No, you're right. I do. Right. But just until Trump came around, until the Supreme Court decision, thanks to the Civil Rights Act, if you have white skin color, it's much harder to get into a college than if someone has black skin color. Much harder. You have to get higher test scores. It's a much harder pool, largely thanks to the precedent set by the Civil Rights Act. Not to mention all the trans stuff that we're seeing. We're seeing men be able to win trophies and medals from women across the country, and they use the Civil Rights Act to justify it.
Okay, I think I see where you're coming from. So you think that it's harder for white people because of black people they could have lower tech scores? I get it.
It's not what I think. It's the fact.
That's what you're saying. Okay. All right. Well, I guess what I would.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for just a second, just so we can kind of do some commentary over it. But one of the things I wanted to say, it with me like watching as many Charlie Kirk videos as I could possibly fit in this week in different debates. One thing I noticed about Charlie Kirk that I really respect about him is that no matter what or how somebody came at him, whether they didn't disagree, if they didn't agree with him or they were rude or whatever, Charlie Kirk always stayed calm. He always listened to what the other person had to say and took his time to explain to them.
Right. He no, he didn't resort to violence either.
Exactly.
Would say too. I think perhaps you're familiar with the term equity, right? Where different people have different circumstances,
it's
which leads us to
Marxism.
different outcomes.
I reject.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, whether you reject it or not, I think it's a prescient concept in this argument, because what you have to understand is that when you're, for example, you're born in like a black neighborhood, you're born in like O Block or something, like a very like a. Oh, you don't know what O Block is? Oh, well, if you're born there, if you're born in a very poor area like that, with like very low economic opportunity, very poor schools, or very low ratings, where the average test score is much lower, when you're in that environment, you have the whole system up against you, right? So when you say in that kind of circumstance, when you're facing the whole, I guess, leviathan of systemic racism, so would you say that's sorry, let me just finish. When you say it's fair to, for example, lower the standard because knowing that their circumstances were like that, perhaps based on what they had was presented to them, they had the correct amount of merit to get into a school.
Okay, so are you a student here? I'm guessing you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm a student here.
Are you a pretty good student?
Oh, yeah, I would say I'm a good student. I have a pretty high GPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give your GPA to her because she's a woman of color, please?
Oh, well, you want me to give you a? Well, I mean, I can.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
You'd be good. You cool with that?
Yeah,
so,
I'm fine. Wait, you mean
I want you.
Like, tell her or like
no,
give it to her?
By force. So
we're swapping.
So let me tell you what I'm going to do. By force, white man.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to take your GPA. I'm going to give it to a woman of color.
Okay.
You're cool with that?
I mean, yeah, I can just work back up. Like,
there's no working back up.
I can pull myself up by my bootstraps.
No, there's no working back up.
What do you mean you can't work back up? That's the whole point of conservatism, isn't it?
I'm going to keep on taking it from you because that's equity. And you're cool with that.
What? But that's not.
This is equity in practice.
Equity isn't taking. Equity is applying the equal standard.
If you give, how do you get? You must take and then you give.
Wait, what do you mean?
That which is given must first be taken.
Well, what's being taken?
See, he's always making them constantly think, right? And think of rethink what they've come up to talk about or the view. Not necessarily trying to make them change their view or anything. It's just making them think. That's kind of how I see it.
Giving them a different perspective on life. Seeing so many of these, and some of them that I run across, I'm like, oh my, I remember this. Like I remember watching this and coming out. I mean, and just be content. Because I love a good debate. I love watching people debate, even if they don't agree at the end of the day.
Exactly.
The wholesome one I put on here too. That one guy that, even though they didn't really agree on things, it was just like, I appreciate debating with you. Can I have a hat? Like, even though they didn't really agree with certain ones. Hello, Christian King. Thank you for stopping by. Hi. Hello.
And it's really brave to take on all of these issues and things because they're not easy to talk about because so many people don't agree, right? So he's very brave to go and do this. I
couldn't do it. I'd be a nervous wreck. I'd be over there like
I couldn't either.
Have stage fright.
Keep going on this one, or do you want to? I know you mentioned the one where they kind of ended with like, "Can I have a hat?" That one, or
I don't know if I added it to the document.
Oh, that's
okay.
I can't
remember which one it was.
You did. I mean, I know you've got plenty on there.
I can't remember which one it was.
Let me check the document.
Because I labeled them so that way I knew which one it was.
Right. I think another one everybody would truly enjoy is, it's off of any kind of debate or anything, but it's their love story too.
God bless.
When we get to that. Let me see what else we have as far as these are concerned. So many good tributes too.
Yes.
And then I can also tell y'all, I can go over this too for a second. Let me stop sharing this for a minute. while we're going to decide which one to show y'all next, but I would tell y'all that, the key motivations behind like Charlie Kirk's passion for everything would be like number one being faith and Christianity, is a central driving force for his evangelical Christian faith. He often framed politics not just as strategy, but as spiritual and moral work.
Yeah,
He
if you
once said, I want to be remembered by courage for my faith. That shows he saw his activism in part as a witness of testimony, not just winning arguments.
right. If you notice in majority of his debates, as we were researching this, he always had a scripture.
Yes,
Always. He always had a
he sure
scripture
did.
somewhere. Um, and I think that's what drew me the most is his faith more than
Yeah,
anything.
right.
Um,
And then the next one behind his motivation would be his vision of truth and values. For Charlie Kirk, it wasn't enough to win elections. He believed there are objective truths and values, what is right, what is true, good, and beautiful, that should guide society. He viewed the loss of those values as a risk. If people stop believing in objective moral standards, then power becomes the only arbiter.
right. Let's
Um,
see. I'm trying to decide on which one we should do.
sure.
I'm sorry, Megs.
Oh, no, you're
We got the
fine.
two. You guys are surrounded by two Megans. How fun is that?
I know, right? And then another key motivation for for Charlie Kirk and the things that he did would be culture, not just politics. He
Right.
repeatedly emphasized that politics flows from culture, values, beliefs, faith. Changing laws or elections isn't enough. The culture needs to shift. He worked to build institutions, chapters in schools, faith based initiatives, educational content to shape long term cultural influence.
The look at can you see my chat too in the studio as well?
I think I can. I just have to go press right over here.
Look at what the Christian King said about Charlie.
Okay, let's see. Let me find him. There he is. This one right here, Charlie was uncorrupting the minds of the youth in America.
Yes, I
I
agree.
can put that on the screen. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
Absolutely, especially with the people that were trying to, oh gosh, transition their kids, like minors.
Right.
So yeah, he was really against that, and he was trying to let them see a different side, a different perspective on life instead of just whatever their brains were getting fed with. Because they took prayer out of the school. They took God out of the school, to be quite honest.
They did.
Um,
And
but but in my area, they don't care. They
yeah,
pray before a program. They pray over the children. Um,
it's still
Very
here.
godly schools for
Right.
sure.
It's still here for the most part. There's some schools we're starting to see that it's being taken out, but others it's, still they still pray, that kind of thing. It makes me sad to see that it's being taken out of the schools. It really does.
Um,
And then let's see what else we have
hey,
on
petty
here.
kitty. Hey, sweetie. Hey, darling. Sorry. All my
An-
people. God bless
Another
America.
key motivation behind his passion would be youth engagement and generational impact. Charlie Kirk believed young people were a key battleground. He spent much of his life organizing around students, high school and college, because that's when people's beliefs and worldviews are still forming. And that's very true. He wanted to offer them more than partisan talking points. He aimed at lifestyle, values, and community.
Yes. I'm trying to see here. I'm so drained from this week. I had to work and do this. You owe me 1,000 hugs
I know, right? And she worked hard, y'all.
and lots of prayers.
We
Seriously. I don't know how I
combed
did
through a
it.
lot of information and watched a lot. Like I said, I've learned so much more about Charlie Kirk than I ever knew. I'm sad that it took something like this to bring me to this point. Just to find out, even I knew he was a really good person, but I didn't know to this degree, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Um, let's do, you know what? Do
We've
let's do
got
their love story. What do you
absolutely
think
okay.
of Charlie's wife and her speech? Oh, that made me cry. I was bawling. I was
Um,
crying.
Megs, is it the one that's directly under her picture on our document that you want me to play?
Think that one's it. All
Okay,
right.
I'll try it and see.
The Christian King said, "What do you guys think of Charlie's wife and her speech?" You want to comment? I already comment.
I thought I think, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get that. I have it ready from when we're ready, but I thought she did a really good job. Um, Considering, you know, how close it was after everything happened, um, I thought she did amazing with everything she said, and I think she was absolutely right about, how did she word it? Basically, if you thought, his message was strong, now it's going to be even more powerful. And I think she's right. Like, he's not silenced. It's not going to stop just because. I mean, of course, it's awful that he's been killed, but it doesn't mean that this message is not going to be carried on. And I
That
think she was right about that.
Listen, she is me as a wife. That's how I would be.
Um,
Seriously,
she
I would
believed
be
in
burning it down.
everything he did, and you could
I would
really tell.
I would be burning it down. Not literally, metaphorically, of course.
Right.
Not literally. Yeah. If you saw, okay, this is I know we're getting ready to go into their love story, but I just want to put this. If you watched, because I watched content to my eyeballs like fell out. I had one brain cell left. What was it? Was it Wednesday night? I think I had one brain cell left after the whole day. Um,
Yeah, talking about her daughter. I'll pop that up there. The thing that made me cry was her talking about her daughter. That literally had me in tears. Same, Amanda. Absolutely. That tore me up.
um, I looked at they were coming together in the UK. They were coming together in what was it? China or Korea, somewhere around there. They were
Right.
coming together in like multiple countries. And it shocked me because like, how are you seeing this? Like
Yeah.
how in the world are you able to
He
see?
touched so many beyond, not just in the USA, but around the world.
Yes.
Teddy
Hey,
Kitty
I
said
didn't
they
realize
silenced
it.
one man and ignited a firestorm of voices.
But
Absolutely.
you notice nobody's burning buildings, nobody's looting, nobody's robbing, nobody's harming the elderly people,
Right.
nobody's beating each other up,
Very
nobody's
true.
going after someone who looks like the shooter. We're praying. You notice that? People are going to
Yeah.
church, whether it be on a screen and whether it be in a building. They're not out here committing crimes. Nobody's going to jail. I mean, just look at that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to share the screen, get that going for y'all. This is their love story.
This is so cute, y'all. Y'all are gonna cry. It made me cry.
All right. And like I said, I'll have to pause a few times just for YouTube. Okay, here we go.
Time at this office, Turning Point USA office.
So we met at the office opening, the Turning Point headquarters office opening, the first one, August 2018. And I had no idea what to expect because I was coming into the office from the standpoint of they were potentially going to hire me.
And I knew of Erika. I saw Erika, and we had a very brief meeting at the office. And then I had my first conversation with Erika.
He'll tell it differently, so I'll tell you from my side. I was in the Hamptons. I get a random DM on my phone. I have zero service when I'm out there, and all of a sudden this DM flashes up, and it's like, Charlie Kirk DM'd you. Because it's so Charlie. August 31st, 2018. Hey, shoot me a text at, and gave me his number. I didn't respond for a few days.
I Instagram messaged her and said I urgently needed to meet with her. And she said, why? And it was partially a job interview and also partially something else.
So when I eventually messaged him back via text, I was like, hey, nice to officially meet you again. What did you want to talk about? Because it was so just random. And he was like, hey, I'm coming into town, into New York City. Let's meet at Bill's Burgers. Mind you, I've lived in Manhattan now for...
The way the smiles they both have on their faces, you can see how in love these two were with each other, just telling this story. It has goosebumps all over me.
For about 5 years. I've never eaten at Bill's Burgers before. So that I guess was a sign, like, let's take an adventure tonight for dinner and go find Bill's Burgers and meet your future husband that you have no idea is about to be your future husband.
And so then we had a great time, and it was about 15 minutes in, I quickly pivoted away from wanting to hire her to wanting to date her. And now we know how that worked quite well.
He got there first only because he was coming back from Fox and he kind of beat me there. And I got out of my taxi and we get our table, we sit down, and he orders. The thing that I love though is he was so sweet to the waitress. So that was something that I immediately noticed, that he was like really kind to them. And we ordered our food, and then that's when the grilling started happening. Like, that's when the interview process started happening. So I'm like, okay, this is a legit interview. Like, let's go. I'm glad I had my coffee. Like, I'm ready to debate you about Aristotle and Socrates, and you want to talk about theology? Let's do it.
Well, I'd never met anyone quite like her. I remember I called Tyler and I said he's going to have to find talent somewhere else. And whatever opening he thought she would fill, that was not going to work. And Tyler was trying to coach me down because he said that she was way out of my league. He's still right, by the way.
So after we got through literally half of the Constitution, going through why I'm living in New York and how I shouldn't be living in New York, and what my 5-year plan is, what success looks like to me, what I studied in college, why, it's like every topic you could imagine that is close to Charlie Kirk's heart is what we discussed and went through. When it was like 3.5 hours, and they were starting to close up, and he was finished with his burger, just sat there. And I'm like looking around like, okay, did I get the job? Like, what's going on? I don't need the job, but did I get it? What's going on? And he goes, I'm not going to hire you. It's like, okay, well, thank goodness I didn't need the job because I'm already doing stuff here in Manhattan. He goes, I'm going to date you. And I kind of just...
I love that, how he said that. That is just the cutest.
He
I'm
straight
not
up
going to
said, I'm
hire
gonna get
you.
this lady.
Yep,
I'm
I'm
gonna get
going to
her.
date you. I saw a comment a second ago. I think it was, they only had 4 short years together. You're right. That absolutely breaks my heart. I can't even imagine what she is going through right now. It just, cried a lot about it.
I just sat, I froze. I mean, wouldn't you? I literally I was just like, okay, was not expecting this at all. And I was like, do you want to how about we just be friends first? Like, see where it goes.
And I told her I had enough friends and that I didn't want to be friends with her. So that was kind of a non-starter, but if she wanted to date, that would be great. I had enough friends. And I think she still finds that
I love
to be
that
very
line.
funny, but I meant it.
And without hesitation and like zero hesitation, he goes, I have enough friends in my life. So either we're going to date or we're not. Do I have any time to think about it? Yeah, you have until tomorrow night when I take you out for dinner. And then you can give me your answer at dinner tomorrow night. But know that the offer's on the table and I want to date you. Okay. So then afterwards, it was like, thank you for this meeting. I need to go walk home now so I can process what happened. And I literally remember walking home from like 54th and 5th all the way to 30th and Madison to just kind of process what just happened. And I remember calling my mom. I was like, hey, she's like, hey, how are you? What's going on? How did it go? And I was like, well, I didn't get the job. She's like, oh, that's okay. I was like, but I got a boyfriend. And she's like, oh, that's nice.
The first date ended, if I remember correctly, just telling her I needed to see her again very soon, I believe Saturday. And then I guess our second date was a basketball date. And then that was a very fun night, long night. And then I said, hey, do you want to go to Hawaii tomorrow? And because I was going anyway. And she said, sure. And so
I mean, what a third date, right? Let's go to Hawaii.
You know how fast I would have been like, one, I'd be like, who's paying? Who's paying? Am
Yeah.
I paying? You paying? Who's paying? Do I need to bring money? Do I need to bring what do I need to bring?
Right.
But then I'd be like, third date. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, you could just tell these
But
two were meant
2018
for
was
each
really,
other, right?
really like innocent more so back in 2018.
Yeah, that's
So.
very true. But you think maybe by this point they were already just kind of, they knew, maybe they knew, but they didn't know kind of thing, like that they're just meant to be together. All right, let's keep going.
It's so cute. I'm over here tearing up like a little baby.
I bought her ticket and she accompanied all of us to Hawaii, and Josh was there and Sarah was there and we had a great time. God
knew I literally needed someone to smack me up beside the head being like, I'm not playing games. I'm not going to play with your heart. I'm a loyal person. I'm a good person. I'm a God-fearing person. I want to date you. I have zero tricks up my sleeve. And he just knew that I needed someone like that. And he literally was like, here's Charlie. And it was just.
I love that. I've watched this a few different times. And I love how she said, like, God knew exactly what I needed and said, here's Charlie. That.
I mean, you come directly at me and ask me on a date, I'm going to say yes. Like, okay, let's do this. How are we doing this? I wouldn't mind. I like when they're direct like that.
Oh, yeah. But, just knowing that, just both of them have such strong faith, but knowing that they, like a gift from God for them to be together.
Right.
I think it took me by such surprise in my mind, but in my heart, I was like, no, this is, let's do this.
What was it like dating Erika? Very fun. I mean, she's incredibly loyal, a great sport about traveling and about always having my back. For those people that know me, they, I sit around most times and don't do much and adverse to traveling, very shy, trying to find my purpose in life. So she was obviously very helpful at fixing all those things.
I truly feel as if every piece of my life prepared me to date him and eventually obviously marry him, but to date him. And I say that because ever since I was little and even after college and adult years, I traveled all the time. And I was used to living out of a suitcase. I was used to a very unconventional schedule. I was used to the entrepreneur mindset and just in the mode of building and building and building. And so I got him. I understood that. I understood his sporadic schedule because mine was just as sporadic. And I understood the sleepless nights, and I understood like having to make the time for someone. It's not just, it doesn't just come to you. You have to work at it. You have to invest into it. And so dating each other, it was, I loved it. I mean, we got to know each other. I tell you what, you learn something about someone a lot more quickly by traveling with them than you do just seeing them on a weekend for just a getaway. When you travel with someone and you have to go through TSA and you have to go through all the different airports and you have to deal with hotel rooms not being ready and car rentals not working out and missing your flight and every logistic you can imagine, because you see every flavor of someone's humanity. And we just, God literally made us for each other.
She was always such a great sport with all the chaos that is my life, and Turning Point USA, and my biggest fan and my biggest cheerleader, and always being just so full of grace and wanted to see me succeed.
So in November.
So, that's something I said earlier, that you could tell how much she believed in everything that he did, right? Like you could really see that.
I was scheduling my photo shoot for Proclaim Streetwear because we were relaunching. And Charlie he's so smart, but he's even smarter that day because he worked a deal with the photographer that apparently that was the day. I had no idea. All I knew is that in the morning, I get a message saying, hey, while you're doing your shoot for Proclaim, I would love to do like Christmas photos. Never take photos together, let alone Christmas photos. I was like, okay.
And finally, I was like, oh, let's do pictures together. She's like, you never want to do pictures together. I said, well, today I do.
And I'm positioned in a way where like my hand is on his chest, kind of like prom picture, but not aggressive like a prom picture. So I'm like, babe, your heart is racing. And so I think that cued the photographer to be like, okay, let's speed this up. I stood over there. He was standing there. No idea that when I turned around that he was already on one knee. I turned back around. I see him there. I froze. I just lost it. He was crying. I was crying. It was by far the most
crying.
Beautiful, emotion-filled moment that I had ever experienced.
How sweet. Absolutely gorgeous. There's some really beautiful pictures of them together. All right, let me stop sharing that real quick.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Nope, not crying. Nope. Okay.
They are they were an
Ooh.
absolutely beautiful, beautiful couple. I agree with every word that they were meant to be together. I feel
do baby girl, do little baby girl. That's my
yeah,
favorite one.
there's some, I don't know if y'all have seen them, but there are some of the cutest videos that are out there of like Charlie with their little girl interacting with her. There's one where they're shopping for a toy and they're teaching her about earning things, like for like good behavior and things like that. And it's the cutest video. And you could just tell that they were such good parents, right? That they're raising their kids in just such a beautiful, God loving home.
He said, "You can't get everything you want." He sounded like me.
Right. You can't get everything you want. Yeah, I love that video.
He ends up getting it for her anyway. Yep, fair. Yeah, get it for
Yes,
that baby.
he's in
I
heaven with
demand
the
it.
Lord right now. Absolutely.
Mm. Ooh.
It's really really makes me sick that people are killed
Celebrating?
for
Well, it makes me
just
sick that people are
speaking their
celebrating
mind
too.
and for standing up what they believe in, right? It should not be. It shouldn't happen.
People are. This world is just full of devils.
Yeah, so
Devils.
much evil.
And
Yes, the one at the restaurant, Amanda. That's the other one I was trying to think of. Thank you. That one is the cutest video.
I got it in the document.
Oh, that one's in the document? Okay. I thought
It
it
was at the
was.
bottom. I got it labeled as my favorite clip of all.
I think I had just passed it up. That's why. 'Cause like I knew I saw it. There it is. Okay, I'll pull it up because I think it's such a good one.
Yeah, it's not normal. They need to go see somebody about that. And maybe they need to go to church 100% or grab their Bible, whichever one they can do first immediately.
Yes.
That's just sick, celebrating the fact
Oh,
that
sorry,
he
I
got
didn't mean to play
killed.
it yet. Okay. Right, let me see this comment over here really quick. Yeah, there it is. Okay. The celebrating is vile and not normal. Oh, like the one celebrating that has been killed. Yeah, I've seen some really vile, disgusting things that have been said out there, like on social media and places like that. I just they get me so mad. I get in tears again.
You're ready
The
to
ones
never
that
mind.
I don't care what side you're on or what you believe in. How can you wish this on somebody? You know what I mean?
People are sick.
Yeah.
They don't
Okay.
care about human life.
Exactly. Let me share this for y'all.
Thanks.
Okay, here we
Uh-oh.
go.
I thought you broke. I
You
thought
thought
you
I
got
broke? No,
broken.
oh no, it's working. Thank goodness. It was a little
Oh,
slow, but I got it. Okay, here we go.
Story time. So we're here at Bill's Burgers in New York City, and right near this very table was the first time Dad met Mama. And it started as a job interview. And I was asking all these questions, philosophy, religion, Jesus. And then I realized Mama was beautiful and smart and elegant and Christ-like. And so I said, forget this job interview. I want to date you. And I said, I have enough friends. And that's where your journey started.
That
he's
is
so cute.
so cute. I love that.
He's so adorable.
And
Adorable.
when you're little, like you love seeing mom and daddy together and like hear things like that. I love how he was talking to her and telling her the story and brought them into the place that they met or the place that they had their first sit down together.
I mean, she is pretty. So
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah, absolute true love.
let's see.
Right. Tammy Sue said, let me put her comment up here. I don't wish anyone harm or death. It's not normal for people to celebrate a murder of human life. Absolutely, Tammy Sue. 100% agree.
I need to go see somebody. People like that need to go see somebody.
Yeah, they really do. Let me see what else we have for y'all. Is there another one that you wanted to
Immigration.
the immigration? Okay, let me
I got it
go.
at the bottom under college is a scam.
Okay, at the very, very bottom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see it. All right, perfect. Let me grab that one for y'all.
Something just hopped on my computer, you know, and just decided I wanted to, I don't know.
There we go. And I'm going to share it for y'all. I think it's wanting to play, but I'll rewind it. Okay. Okay.
A question I had for you: the Trump administration recently has been initiating deportation proceedings against lawfully present immigrants for what is clearly constitutionally protected speech. Do you think that that's consistent with our Constitution and our values as Americans?
Got it. So I wasn't sure what. So there's like 5 cases that you could have went
It
with.
froze.
You're talking
Oh, I
about
see
Mahmoud
that.
Khalil and
is it
the
going
students,
now?
right?
Mahmoud Khalil is one.
It froze.
Recent student visas have been revoked at this campus and at the University of Michigan.
I'm glad they're revoked here.
Oh, it is freezing up, isn't it? Okay, hang on.
Frozen, frozen, frozen.
I know, frozen. We've been doing good. Our first little glitch.
Oh gosh.
I know, it's not wanting to do, is it? Let's see. Let me stop sharing and reshare.
Yeah, I was moving on their end, but
Oh, it
it
was
was
moving
on
on
my
their
end
end?
though,
Okay.
because I'm like on YouTube on my iPad.
All right. I think it might be okay now. So let's try it. If it doesn't, we will just move on, but we'll give it one more try.
They had no glitches.
Okay, good deal. It was just glitching on our end. Okay.
Maybe it's my computer. I don't know.
And if you break that compact, you are returned back to your country of origin. A student visa is a conditional invitation. We're going to see who you are, how you act, and how you behave. And if you behave in a way that the government deems to be unsatisfactory, of course, you're going to be returned back to your country of origin.
What I would say to that, one, the Supreme Court and our Constitution is very clear that constitutional rights apply to everyone within the United States' jurisdiction.
To a limited extent. For example, you're correct. If a student on Michigan State campus has a student visa and they get charged with a crime, they get due process. You are correct. They get Fifth Amendment rights. But can they own a gun?
I think restrictions on their ownership of firearms.
Can they vote?
Constitutional. They cannot vote.
So there are restrictions on rights for visitors. So to an extent, you are correct, but it is not the same rights that we as U.S. citizens are granted. Does that make sense? There are limitations on those rights.
That makes sense, particularly in the exercise of political rights, like voting, which
For
is
sure.
an exercise of political power.
But second to that is also political advocacy. As a visitor, you do not have unlimited free speech rights. You don't. They are conditional to you being expelled. And the specific act that you're talking about says that if the government deems the speech of the individual to be contrary to U.S. foreign policy interests, which I think advocating for Hamas is against the U.S. foreign policy interest, then we can send you back to your country of origin. Now, you would have a case if we were all of a sudden deporting or imprisoning U.S. citizens. I would be right there with you saying that you can support Hamas all you want as a U.S. citizen. You have a right to do that. But if you're a visitor, you're here on a trial basis. Your tryout is going. We're looking at how you're behaving. And if we look as if that it's inconsistent with how we want people to assimilate to this country, then you go back to Libya or Syria or wherever you're from.
I'd like to make 2 points in response to that. First, the Supreme Court at least suggested in a case called Kleindienst versus Mandel in the 1950s that the First Amendment does apply to immigrants, to people who are not citizens, and that they do receive First Amendment protections. But second, I want you to think about the kind of country we live in. If the Secretary of State can deport any non-citizen they want for their speech, you would have police and ICE going up to people at protests on campuses, including protests you might agree with, and asking people for their papers. I think that that's completely inconsistent with the values you've talked about of freedom of speech. And I think that's not the kind of country that most people would want to live in.
It's a fair point. I have a different perspective.
Let me just pause just for a minute, just so we're not going too long on it. Megs, is there anything you wanted to say on what he said so far? Or anybody, any comments that you see that we should read?
I mean, well, if you just, you open your ears and listen about
Yeah,
what he's
yeah,
stating,
right,
he's meaning that the people that are not documented, right? Not documented, didn't do the proper things. That's what he believes in. He doesn't believe in, you know, people that did the right thing and did what they were supposed to do to be deported. The ones that
right.
didn't do right by the law, they need to go through the proper measures. And
I
if you
agree.
go to any other country, what do you need? List what you need.
Right,
Passport.
you got exactly.
Passport. You need a passport. You need, if you want to be a citizen, you got to get all the correct documentation to do that. Things of that nature. Um, so what he's saying basically is, if you do the right documentation, you're safe.
Right. Unfortunately, there are a lot who do not follow the rules, right? And they come in here without getting the right documentation and things of that nature, or stay past when they're
And
supposed to,
and,
things like that.
and student visas are acceptable, but I think it has like a certain time frame. You have work visas you can get,
Right.
and you have student visas, where you can come from another country and get your education there too. Um,
Correct.
I'm not 100% sure how that process goes, but I think you have to get it approved and all that.
Student visas,
Um,
which have different rights. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you, Shay.
so it's just basically saying that if you're here illegally, you, you have to, do the proper measures to be in
Yeah.
this country.
Now there are
To wrap it
I'll
up.
keep I'll keep playing it in just a second. There's several things that I've listened to Charlie Kirk talk on. I won't go into the whole list or anything, but um that I have agreed with him on, that maybe I didn't think that I did before, but once I listened to him explain, made so much sense to me, and I've just opened my mind more to what he's had to say. Um, Again, I wish I would have listened to more of him before now, but okay, let me keep going.
Do you think there should be any? Let's just push your contention to the largest possible logical extreme. Should we be able to have any reason to deport a student who here's on visa?
Yes, absolutely.
What would that mean? By what criteria would it be? Probably like committing a crime, right?
If they commit a crime,
Fair
if
enough.
they committed a visa application fraud,
Great.
there's many reasons
So
that you can deport people.
So let's like wind the clock back a little bit to maybe World War II. And let's say that a student, this is a hypothetical, so it's not a great one. Let's actually do more recent. Let's say during the like Iraq-Afghanistan war, okay? Where we were in a bitter battle against Al-Qaeda right after 9/11. I don't think we ever should have invaded Iraq, for the record, but that's a separate issue. Let's say a student was here on a student visa from Afghanistan saying that they support Al-Qaeda. Is that worthy of deportation? President Trump makes healthcare affordable.
Okay, you want to stop right there since it kind of ended that one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We love your
Um,
face, but yeah. We'll pause there. We love your face, dude.
I could listen to him, like I think you were talking about getting into watching the debate earlier. There's so many
I can watch them
more.
all day.
Yeah, me too. I love hearing what he has to say and how he takes the time to explain everything to all of these kids that walk up to him and talk to him on college campuses, and the different places that he had went to.
Yeah, I ran across an episode. I was like, oh, I remember this, like where they debate the liberal side of the schools,
Right.
and the person that they're debating is either considered right winged or conservative, whatever you have, the opposite, disagreement. And I was
Yes.
like, oh my gosh, I remember this. Like, I remember him doing this. It's
Um,
crazy.
Shay said, if you commit a crime or stop attending school, you can be deported back to your country of origin. Right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, I
absolutely.
agree with that. You know, I know that that topic is very controversial, and as are a lot that Charlie Kirk spoke on. Again, I think he is so brave um, to speak on any of these. And
Now
you
I
know,
don't have Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, the one thing about Charlie Kirk that I noticed that there's he believed in what he was saying, and you could really tell that he believed in what he was saying. It wasn't fake. You know how there's a lot of people who will get up there and say, oh, this is what I stand for, and you could just tell it's just a bunch of, malarkey.
Nonsense.
And
Yeah.
yeah, um not with Charlie. Like, he believed in what he said, and the passion was there always. I hope that made sense.
And, the day that he, you know, he left us, um, his security guard had told him before they actually went on there, he said, "I don't like this. It's too many buildings." And Charlie was so brave, and he was just like, we're not gonna worry about it. It's just, it's just me doing my normal." Um, he's like, "I don't like this." So one of his security guards actually was kind of iffy of going to that school in the first place. I don't have the link in the documentation, but it's
Right.
like just seeing everyone coming out and speaking, especially that kid he debated before, that happened. I mean, think about him. He's probably scarred for life because he was like front, right there in front of him. He's like, I didn't, agree with him on a lot of things, but I think he was having a good time actually being able to debate these things, whatever he believed in,
Yes.
and actually enjoy the debate. And
We shouldn't
he's
have to be
he's messed
afraid
up.
of going and speaking out in what we believe in, and standing up for what we believe in. And you can't
No,
even do that because somebody might hurt you. It shouldn't be this way.
it's all sad.
Yeah.
I'll probably be sad about this for a while. I'm one of those people that just can't get out the funk. If that makes any sense.
Yes, I've been right there with you. It's really gotten to me. Not that any other um tragedy that has happened doesn't, but this one has really just, I can't stop thinking about it.
Right. One of those things.
Yes.
Um, let's see.
Let's see what else we have that we may want to. If there was anything else you wanted to show or talk about on him.
Um,
I know there's some more tributes and things. Is there any more of the tributes that you would want to possibly show?
I'm looking. Mm, College. We've already went over that. Um, I think we
And
went over.
go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Oh no,
Sorry.
you're
Go ahead.
fine. No, I was, I was going over earlier some of the key motivations behind what made him so passionate. And one of the other ones that I didn't mention yet was perceived threats urgency. Part of what made him intense and urgent was a sense that his values were under threat. secularism, progressive cultural changes, what he saw as weakening of religious influence. He spoke of stopping a revolution and pushing back against what he viewed as radical change.
Oh, live from the disco kitchen. That name is tripping me out. hello, live from
I
the
love
disco
that
kitchen.
name.
Do you,
Yes, that
do
is
you do the
cute.
disco in the kitchen, like for real? Like there's a disco ball in your kitchen? Because
Hey,
I want to
live
go to
from
that
Disco
kitchen.
Kitchen. I know, right? I mean, that is the best name. Absolutely love it.
I
Okay.
know. I know that Candace Owens is one of the few people that's outraged. You got Officer Tatum that's
Yes.
outraged.
Well,
Oh,
and whether I know Candace Owens, there's a lot of people that do not care for her too. And that first video that she did after Charlie was killed was so beautiful, speaking on their friendship together.
hey
I cried my
Huggets.
eyes out in that one.
Hey Steven.
Hi,
Show them
Stephen.
that article from Live 5 News one about Remembrance Day.
Okay. Let's see. Tell me where to find that on here.
It's
Let me
right
see.
under my favorite clip of them all.
Okay.
Right under
Thanks.
there, that
Thanks.
link.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Okay. Let me get it pulled up and everything. Okay. Oh, this whole thing right here. All right. Let me share the screen.
I'm scared to click anything on my end because I might boot myself.
Oh no, you're fine. I got you. We're good. So, and if you did you want to talk on it? Can you see everything?
So U.S. Senate unanimously passes a resolution designating National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Help me. Scroll. All right, let's see if my blinders. Okay.
Yeah, if you can, I will. It's totally up to you.
All right, so the United States Senate, if I can say that word right, that'd be great. But these words are tiny to me, okay?
I understand.
Unanimously passed a resolution designating October 14th, 2025 as a National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Senator Rick Scott called for the passage of the resolution Thursday, highlighting the devastating loss of a friend, husband, and father. Charlie was a good man, a devout husband, father, and friend. His life was shaped by his faith and the idea that in America, debate and discussion are crucial to the betterment of our country, Scott said. The conservative activist and close ally of President Donald Trump was shot and killed September 10th at a Utah college event in what the governor called a political assassination carried out from a rooftop. So October 14th is going to be National Blueberry Pancakes Day. Okay, everyone? He prefers pancakes over waffles.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So everyone eat pancakes on Charlie Kirk Day. I'm
Right.
going to buy some pancakes. And they said wear red on that day too. Red.
Okay. Wear red on
Not
that day.
them, not them, other people that, agreed with this.
Yes. All
I don't
right.
have to read that whole thing. I just wanted to read
No.
that
Okay.
little
Right.
portion
Because that just
maybe.
kind of goes over what happened.
Yeah, because I'm
So,
like
okay. So
hunchback when I have to
again,
read those tiny words.
That's going to be on October 14th. All right. Let's stop sharing that one.
I think that is incredible. I think that is perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
I
I
know
like that we're
things.
doing that. Now,
Petty
Tomorrow they're
Kitty,
going to be. Oh, go ahead.
I'm
Let me see if there's
sorry.
a comment. I can pop her.
Um, no, Petty Kitty, if you can't get it from TPUSA, go to Officer Tatum's store. His donations are also going to TPUSA or Mrs. Kirk directly. He knows them personally.
Yeah, I
So if
want to
you
get a
can't
shirt
get one,
too.
there is a chance that it will be delayed between 2 to 3 weeks because he's getting so many orders. He's been having to get volunteers, everything like that. So if you can't find one on their website, he also has a link if you want to donate to the cause. His goal is $1 million to
I
be able
love that.
to donate to Miss Erika Kirk. So if you want to do that and you can't get it, I actually got one of my customers to do that as well because she couldn't do it on the TPUSA website. She was having a hard time. So I also gave her that idea too. You're
Good
welcome.
deal. I'm a waffle over pancake person too, Tammy Sue. I mean,
No,
I like
no.
some pancakes,
Waffles are
but
gross.
I love waffles more. But that's okay.
I wonder if we
I
have
mean,
that cute little debate, waffles or pancakes.
waffles or pancakes.
I
I
don't think
know,
we do.
right?
That was the cutest little debate. That was the
Yeah.
cutest debate. I loved it.
And then we had a nice comment. Let me find it. I'm carrying groceries in right now, so I'll probably just catch the replay. Love both Megs for doing this tribute. Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah,
And then
thank you.
in the chat, we have the lovely Shay put the link for Officer Tatum
Yeah,
that Megs was
so
talking
either
about.
way, no matter where you go, whether it be TPUSA, all proceeds are going to the Kirk family. Officer Tatum said, if Mrs. Kirk doesn't want it, it's going to TPUSA or whatever charity she wants it to go to. But his goal is $1 million
Right.
to donate. And
Ooh,
he'll have a
there's
big fat check to prove it. He'll have receipts to prove it, so you don't think that he was just pulling your leg or anything like that. He will provide proof, and I trust him to do the right thing. He is a godly man as well. So
I'll have to check that out. Did you guys see the one that the little girl Dakota was debating Charlie Kirk? That's one of my favorites. I don't know that I've seen that one. I'll definitely find it though. Now that you have recommended it, I definitely want to see it.
yeah, we gotta donate to the blueberry budget, everyone. Donate to
Blueberry
the blueberry
waffles,
budget.
yum. And then we have
Blueberry budget.
regular waffles or Belgian waffles for if you're gonna pick waffles, I guess. Now you got to decide regular or Belgian.
I seen content that said bury me in red. I have a rally to go to, and I seen some bury me in blue. I have a debate to go to.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes are
It
fluffy.
was
Yes.
one thing I
Blueberry
can
waffles.
say. One thing I can say that out of all of this, it's brought a lot of people to God.
Yeah,
It's brought a lot of people together, no matter what side you
it
are on.
has.
You got to see the humanity of people on both sides, and I think that's
Yeah,
a beautiful thing. I think that's
I do
all he wanted
too.
to do. Had people done that before this, I think our nation would be a better place. Honestly,
Absolutely
they're
agreed, Meg.
they were doing street revivals in Houston, Texas, and what's the other place? Oh, Atlanta, Georgia too. They were doing street revivals over the weekend. Not this weekend, last weekend.
I
Singing.
saw somebody say that they had been in one of the most violent gangs pretty much their whole life, and they decided to go to a Charlie Kirk talk, and he listened because of listening to what Charlie Kirk had to say. He decided to change his life, and go back to God, and he got out of the gang and has completely, made completely changed his life, right?
Hmm.
Has a family now, a house, a job, everything. And it was a beautiful story. I don't know if y'all have seen that one.
And see, me personally, I know my faith. I know my faith. Um, I I was raised on it, so there's that. I was raised on my faith.
Yes. Let me put this up. Jesus is making a comeback.
I have a
Absolutely
feeling there's
devastating.
a lot that's gonna happen. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. I think something's gonna happen, and I don't know what it is. No idea. I know there's
Um,
teachers that lost their jobs. There's some people in the
oh yeah.
famous world that lost their jobs or either suspended for the most part. I don't think
Yes,
they entirely lost their jobs, but definitely
a lot is
and you know
happening.
what? The way I look at it is that explains more about whether it be the school system, whether it be a station, whether it be anything like that. That tells me that there is humanity in this world. That
Yeah.
even if they didn't know the person, they're like, hey, that's not a good example for my company. That's not a good example for my school. Um,
Um,
things like
um,
that.
Amanda said, I actually went to church the first time in years last Sunday because after that happened to Charlie Kirk, I felt like I needed to go for him. Amanda, I can absolutely relate to that. I have been right there since then, like right where you are.
No, there. I mean, I think that was the thing. I think this happening was
Definitely
the final
Tiffany.
straw, like the
Yeah,
final straw. Like everybody was fussing and fighting and stuff like that. Like, oh, I believe in this. Oh, I believe in that. And as soon as that happened, there was a
yeah,
shift.
yeah.
I
You know,
don't
I
know. I
I
felt
think
it.
that this has reminded me that something was missing from my life that I've kind of pushed to the side. And you know, which was God.
Yeah. And I mean, when people talk about, I work in customer service, so people talk to me about the Lord and everything. I go, Amen, because that's what I believe in. But I don't judge anybody based off what they believe in. If they believe that the earth is flat, I just go, okay, all right, earth is flat in your book, you know, respect. But
Definitely Tiffany.
but I don't judge people based off their religion. I judge people based off their heart and if their heart is truly in that
Yes,
religion. Does that make sense? Like, are you true
total.
to the Bible? Are you really true to the Bible or what have you? Because if you say you believe in this and your actions don't match with what you believe in, I don't want to be around you. So, for example, I've never met, well, I've met people like Charlie Kirk that didn't judge you,
Right.
based on who you were, what you did privately, things like that. But I've also met people that claim they were Christian and they judged you. And in the Bible, it says, "Thou shalt not judge." You shouldn't judge anybody. That's God's choice to judge you.
Right.
So just that I think this was an eye opener for everyone to come together because it was too divided for a long time. It's been divided since I think
I know
before
you are,
COVID.
Tammy. Definitely. Tammy has very, very strong faith, and it's beautiful. Tiffany said, it's time we all need to stand together. Only we, the people, can make the changes needed.
Yeah, but
Agreed.
you have to look at it like this: who's willing to do it, though?
Right. I know.
Who's willing to start it?
I
You
do
know?
think that, like it was said earlier, there's been a fire ignited and it's going to keep going.
All right. Do you want to do the closing
Sure,
quote or
sure. Yeah.
wrap this up? Because I think my babies are going to be here any minute. As much as I would love to
Absolutely.
keep going, I could go all night.
Oh, I know. And we may end up planning something more to, maybe to get in a little more specific with some of the things that Charlie Kirk spoke on. So just stay tuned for that. So basically, in closing, Charlie Kirk's story is more than speeches he made or the movements he led. It's the conviction he carried, the values he defended, and the communities he inspired. He'll be remembered not just for what he changed in his lifetime, but for how he challenged generations to think more deeply about faith, freedom, identity, and purpose. In the end, his greatest legacy may well be this: that he refused to let the future be dictated by apathy and instead urged each of us to believe that ideas matter, that character matters, and that one life devoted to principle can echo through history forever. We really appreciate each and every one of you for coming to support us doing this today. And
Yes.
so much thanks to Meg for all her hard work and doing this with me.
It's been a struggle, and we came in. We're aware of if this can go left, right, up, down, and sideways. So,
Thank you for saying
um,
that, Petty Kitty.
and you know what? It takes bravery to do something like this because there are so many people that didn't agree with him that
She is an angel.
that didn't like him
Right.
for his beliefs. You see, they didn't hate him. They hated what he stated. I know people have seen that quote a lot. They hated what he said. And I just hope he can rest in peace, or that he's looking down and just seeing the world doing all this for him. I hope
Right.
he's proud, at least, proud of his wife. Oh my gosh, she is a gem.
She is.
He lucked out on an amazing wife who is now the CEO of TP USA. So mess with her if you want to. She might put you in your place.
Definitely. Thank you for to Shay and Jackie and Tammy and Wolf and all the mods, Tiffany, everybody that's helped out, and everybody that came to support.
Thank you guys. I don't care if there was one of you in there. Thank you so much for coming. It means the world. Takes a lot of guts to do this. It really does. I don't get into politics too much, but I felt like this was necessary. It's pulling at my heartstrings. Actually, I was gonna do a whole other stream until this happened. Actually, the night that the day he got assassinated, I was actually working on another project, and I was gonna work on that after I got through doing what I was gonna do. And this happened, so it shifted my whole interest over. So
Yes. And Megs and I started talking, when this happened, and we have been talking ever since, and she has just shared so much information, and this idea came about, and I couldn't wait to do it with her.
very exciting. And then today we were like, what time? What time? This time or this time? I don't know. But we didn't want to overlap on our friend Wolf's live stream, so we had
Yes.
him in thought too. So we're like, what do we do this time? Then we're not overlapping anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely, rest in peace, beautiful Charlie Kirk, and all of our prayers, love goes out to his family, his
Hey,
kids,
Flix Talk.
everyone.
Hey, Dave. And I just hope you guys stay blessed, stay safe. Please, I beg of you, watch your surroundings, keep your face out of the phone. Because you never know. You never know. Anything can happen
Hi,
anywhere.
Flick Talk.
Take care of yourselves. Love each other, regardless of disagreements or anything like that. Stay together, please.
Yes.
Because you never know what could happen. Make sure you tell your friends you love them, check in, family members, things like that. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Your family is in my prayers, your employees, everybody that loved him so much. I mourn with you 100%.
Definitely. Everybody have a wonderful, beautiful evening. Thank y'all so much for coming and supporting us.
Have a good day,
See
guys.
y'all next time.
Bye.